Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome into the show that's on in the afternoon. Great show today.
Another legendary show. I'm so pumped for this conversation.
I know, man. This is very exciting. If you didn't realize, the Purple Olive, a local favorite here in St. Augustine, celebrating 20 years. I cannot believe it's been 20 years.
That's epic.
I cannot believe it has been 20 years. I was working with Pete right around the time that he broke off to start this restaurant.
Really?
Oh, yeah,
That's
man.
awesome.
We were working at the old Gypsy Cab, the classic vintage gypsy place. And
wow.
Yeah, man. And so this is very, very exciting. We've got Pete Kenney in studio here with us today. Really looking forward to talking to him about, just the ride that this 20 years has taken him on.
Total roller coaster, and how they kept the fortitude to stay open during the time that we don't talk about. I mean, they've done incredible things and innovative things that it's a big celebration in this town. We love Purple Olive.
Yeah,
absolutely.
for sure. So very excited about this conversation. We'll get into it in just a couple of minutes. Of course, we've got your horoscopes and your events coming up as well.
I'm on deck today.
You are on deck today. We cut a few things out of this show because we've got to take off a little bit early, but we're not cutting out the horoscopes.
Great.
All right, man. We'll get into it right after we tell you about our friends at Bozard Ford Lincoln. Since 1949, they have been more than just a dealership. They're a family-owned beacon of trust right here in St. Augustine. Founded on the principles of honesty, integrity, and community service, that Bozard family tradition continues to thrive through generations. They've got the state-of-the-art service facility, 91 climate-controlled service bays out there, a quick lane for no appointment needed maintenance. You can also enjoy the comforts of their customer lounge and the unique flavors of Ford's Garage while you're out there. They're the proud recipients of the prestigious Triple Crown Award and named Florida's Dealer of the Year by Dealer Rater. Their team is dedicated to providing an enjoyable and efficient experience. At Bozard Ford Lincoln, they offer the best in pricing, selection, and service. They are just off I-95 and State Road 16, where your satisfaction is their mission, and they are driven to inspire. Also, our friends at the Bailey Group, who want to prove to you that getting a health insurance or Medicare plan does not have to be complicated. At the Bailey Group, you're going to work with a local insurance advisor who's going to help you find just the right coverage for your specific needs and budget. Their goal is to make getting covered simple, no added costs, no extra fees. Bad with the B's today. B's are messing me up.
Life can change in an instant, Pete, and make sure your health coverage keeps up. After a major life event, you could be eligible for some great new plans starting at $0 per month. So I'm just saying, Bailey Group is out there.
Thank you for picking up the slack, sir.
That's what I'm here for.
Appreciate it. And Alace Med Spa. If you're looking for a relaxing and rejuvenating experience, look no further than Alace Med Spa. They specialize in providing their clients with a wide range of luxurious spa treatments and advanced medical aesthetic procedures. Whether you're looking to unwind with a hydrofacial or enhance your natural beauty with things like Botox, dermal fillers, laser treatments, and a whole lot more, their expert staff will work with you to develop a personalized treatment plan tailored to your unique needs and goals. Mention Davey's name if you're a first-time client. Get $100 off your first service out there at Alace. Go to alace.com. See their wide array of services they have to offer to you.
And enter now in that Luke Bryan contest.
That's
it's
right.
Going online. It's pretty awesome. You want to go see him? That's their chance.
Get it for free.
Absolutely.
All right. All right. Very pleased to welcome a guy who's really become a St. Augustine legend in this town for his restaurant, the Purple Olive. Pete Kenney. Pete, how you doing, man? Good to see you.
Doing great, man. Thanks for having me. That's quite an intro, man. I'd like to meet that guy.
Jeez. Just go look in a mirror, man. That's all you got to do. We got a mirror outside. Hey, man, congratulations on 20 years.
Yeah. Thank you.
This is a big deal.
You. Yeah, thanks.
What made you go off and say, you know what, I'm gonna. You've been a restaurant guy for a long time. What made you want to start your own place?
I think it was when I was working for Ned over at Gypsy Cab. I took a trip over to Tuscany in Italy, and I spent some time going to some small family restaurants. And I thought I would like to do something like this. I love the feel of the family restaurant, that are the people that are in there actually doing the stuff. And it's not too big, it's not too complicated.
And it's not Olive Garden, right?
Yeah. And I've toiled going bigger and smaller, and I'm back to doing my smaller, more original plan over the years, speaking of evolution. So
Yeah. Do you have anything that you still do you have a favorite that you guys make down there at Purple Olive?
You know,
because I know when you're cooking all the time, it's sometimes just like, Dude, I've eaten everything a million times, right?
So I still, for me, I'm a New Englander. I'm a Cape Codder. It's scallops.
Oh, okay.
You got to do them right.
Yeah, the sesame seared scallops. I never made that dish at Gypsy, and I specifically started it on the menu when I opened my restaurant, and it's been on the menu since day one.
Really?
Yeah.
Has the menu evolved over time?
Yeah. I got a lot of stuff where I switched it around for the first couple of years. Then when we had the economic downturn, a couple of bad things, I tried to evolve the menu some.
Mm-hmm.
Then I picked up catering. The menu sat for a while, but now at the 20-year mark, I sat down and actually I closed down 19 years and took a break from opening the restaurant, the dining room, and just did the catering part. Because I wanted to figure out what I wanted to do as far as what the next step was for the food. Because I wasn't really doing what I wanted to, and I needed a break.
You're lining your aperture up for success. Yeah.
And so now I reopened the dining room exactly 1 year ago yesterday. Cool. And so I've been evolving the menu to what it is that I really want now.
Yeah.
Why do you love the restaurant business so much? What is it about you what is it about it that just keeps you there, man? Keeps you coming back?
It's the buzz and the hum that happens. I caught it, my first restaurant job at 14 years old. And when it's really happening in the restaurant, it's all firing and it's going right. It's the best feeling. It's the best high you could ever have.
I love that.
Yeah.
Now, the opposite is when it goes bad, it goes really bad.
Which is normal 90% of the time, right? There's always something you got to put out, right?
Yeah.
So Purple Olive, I've got to ask you, where did the name come from? Are there purple olives in everything? Where did this take you?
Okay, so let me go back to the beginning on what a purple olive is. There's only truly one purple olive, and it's South American. I believe it's an Argentinian olive. Everything else is just the way the light reflects on it that makes it look purple.
Oh.
So the idea of the purple olive, again, I talked about that trip to Italy that I made with my former wife. We came back, decided we were going to do this, open the restaurant. We knew we wanted to do a color and a vegetable. Purple olive was like the first thing that blurted out. We did a list of 100 things. Nothing else worked. And we came back to it.
It flows so good. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What do you think some of your biggest challenges have been in the restaurant business?
Oh, man. Tight margins, doing only beer and wine.
Yeah.
Liquor sales make all the difference as far as what you can make as far as more money. But to do just a beer and wine and try and do the higher end food, that's difficult to meet those margins.
Yeah. And speaking of margins, talk to people, because a lot of people over the last few years, we go out to restaurants and it's like, wow, the price is $5 higher than it was last time I remember it or whatever. Like, what are you guys facing in the restaurant business that's making it hard to keep prices the same? Even sometimes on a day-to-day basis, there's restaurants that I talk to guys and they're like, well, the price of this meat went up $100 since last week.
So just let's talk about seafood prices.
Okay.
Yeah. Seafood prices. You could get at a restaurant, you could get quality fish in between 10 and $15 a pound.
Okay.
And put it out. That's just pre-pandemic. Post-pandemic world now, that same fish, like say if it's a redfish, red drum, something like that. Actually, red drum is still a little bit expensive, but red snapper, let's say.
Okay.
You're in the 30s. It literally doubled.
Whoa. Jeez, man.
Grouper is almost unattainable. I was looking at my fish prices this morning. Chilean sea bass is almost at it's like $38.90 a pound. Does
that affect the portion and the sizes that you're serving people?
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, that pushes me I serve a lot of salmon.
Yeah.
So
it's not just you, it's everybody.
Yeah.
It's everybody in that world, man.
Yeah.
It's tough.
And you talked a little bit about catering side of things and versus the restaurant. Are you still doing both? Do you prefer one more than the other? Talk about a little bit of the catering side too.
I thought I really liked the catering part so much more than I had the restaurant part until I got reinvigorated into the restaurant this past year. Nice. And I'm getting back into it. I love both of them. I really like putting on and hosting people's events. It's like the best days of their life, and you're part of the best party that they can have with the weddings and things like that, because that's mostly what I do. So yeah, I like them both equally. Just right now, I'm putting more effort into the restaurant portion in the slow season for catering, and making some adjustments and dialing some things in, which I'm real excited about.
That's cool.
Over 20 years, a lot changes. Menu probably changes a lot over 20 years. Do you have any signature dishes that are still on the menu from when you started?
Yeah, that sesame scallop is there.
Yeah, man, that's a favorite, right?
Yeah. So I recently, again, went through this thing where, I'm getting a little bit older. I like to do smaller portions and I like to try a bunch of different things.
Yeah, me too.
So
I get you.
I tried to push around the small plate concept to get more variety on the table.
Like a tapas kind of thing?
Yeah, and people weren't into it. They wanted those regular entrees. So now my menu is a mix of all that. Like I got into doing like lamb meatballs and spanakopita.
Nice.
And doing like an Asian fried shrimp for appetizers, small plate starters, and try to really incorporate that into the menu, which is where I like.
Are you still staying true to that whole Tuscan trip, that whole inspiration? Are you seeing more, like you just said, Spanakopita, so I'm thinking more Greek influence there?
Yeah, I'm definitely...
You got the Scirocco, that's what they say.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a wanderer. I like to travel, and I like to travel with my palate too. So yeah, I am focused a lot into the classic Tuscan style Italian and Greek, and I go a little bit more over to do Middle Eastern. So, I do love hummus, baba ganoush, and things like that too.
Tabbouleh, all that. Yeah, good stuff.
I just like saying baba ganoush.
I know.
It's just one of those fun ones to say.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for people who want to get into the restaurant business, who love food, who love cooking, and want to start their own place?
Evaluate your relationships before you go into it.
Okay.
Make sure you've got very strong people around you, people that care about you, and people that are willing to be there with you and for you. When you go down that road, it's very difficult to give up your nights and your weekends and your holidays and being able to adjust to living a different lifestyle that's a little bit to the left of where everybody else is. Everybody else is out on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You're out on Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah.
So it's a change of lifestyle that you have to get used to, and that's the hardest thing to get used to. And then you have to start working, and you have to be put in the work, the commitment, the time, and show up every day.
What's your opinion on the whole food truck movement, and how come you didn't jump into it?
I have 2 food trucks.
I didn't know that, really.
Yeah.
So you're where are you selling this?
I don't vend.
Oh, interesting. So is this just for the catering side?
Yeah, for the catering side. So I have 2 portable kitchens that I use that I go on site to cook at events. So
That's amazing.
I do a lot with the Treasury, the Lightner, and the River House. So in those venues, bringing my own kitchen is important. So we do cook everything on site.
That's great.
So instead of me having the food truck set up to do a sandwich at a time and put it out the window and collect money, I go on site and I'm doing whole prime ribs.
Gotcha.
And, mashed potatoes, setting up a buffet or setting up a plated.
I was thinking you were taking them to the venue. This is amazing. So it's fresh right there. That's incredible.
And, for the small restaurant that I am, I originally had this grand idea that we could put it out of the restaurant kitchen and then transport it across town, like we did in the old days of Gypsy.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't have the infrastructure to pull that off. So the trailer was a next thing to do.
That's great.
And I mean, about catering, and a lot of people might not realize this, but when you do a catering, even in a place that has a kitchen, you have to depend on them having an adequate kitchen to be able to cook what you need to cook.
Yeah.
You don't know if everything is going to work when you step into their kitchen. So having your own setup to take there mobily is a huge deal. That's incredibly ingenious of you to do that.
No, that's very true. And, the thing about that is that when I go off site to do events, I'm under contract. If I can't deliver, I'm done.
Yeah.
You're toast. So that is exactly it. You don't know what you're getting into. Some places that you'll work at, shoddy electrical, gas might be out, and you can't use that as an excuse for you not providing a service.
Right.
So
I got to shout you out too, because during the time period that we talk about very little on the show, you guys were very innovative on doing like the drive up and pick up. How was that during that time period? Was that helping to keep the lights on? Like I know but you guys were so the leaders of this community for that time period.
I think that was just, my former wife and I just really tried to figure out some way to utilize what I was still doing, what my strong points were with the food, and reverting back to a catering aspect was it. And that's when we got into doing those family meals.
Yeah.
And when it took,
we loved it on my side.
And we did very well with that. So it was more than keeping the lights on. And we were able to bring several employees back on full time in the height of the pandemic because of what we were doing.
That was cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I honestly, I really enjoyed, cranking Zeppelin in the kitchen as loud as possible, knowing there's nobody in the dining room.
Yeah, man. I love it.
Just cranking the food out. And so there was a lot of really good times that we had there.
How important was that to you to keep everybody employed? Because when you work in the restaurant business, people who don't work in the restaurant business don't know how much of a family it really is and how much of a tight-knit group it really is. I mean, you guys really, you go to battle every day in many ways with each other.
Yeah,
definitely. So how important was it for you to keep your people, your family on their feet during that time?
That was, it was very important to do. Unfortunately, it wasn't 100%, wasn't able to keep everybody.
Sure.
But we tried like hell.
That's awesome.
Then that's all you can do. You try and you hope that everybody will come back around whenever
everything clears up.
Everything clears. And for the most part, we're back to that. And I've got great staff now.
You have an awesome A-team. Yeah. I got to say 20 years. So now you're doing something special. Talk of the town right now is this new menu option item, right? Is it 2 for $20? Can you talk a little bit about what you're celebrating for the 20 years?
Okay, so this started off as what do I do for the 20-year anniversary in July? And I was like, I have to do something big because there's so many new restaurants. People are coming in. People know what they're doing now when they're opening a restaurant. They didn't 20 years ago. So it was, I was big fish, little pond. But now I knew I had to make a splash on something. It had to be a deal. It had to be a catch. So we did a $20 menu, prefix menu that was same pricing, same quality as we did when we opened. That was the idea behind it. And we killed it the month of July. We were, for a 40-seat restaurant, we were doing 180 covers.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And that's where we maxed out. We broke 201, I think, one day.
Wow.
Now that was humping it. My guys are like, do we have to make any more desserts now? Yeah. Because every single meal gets a dessert too.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
That was the setup. Yeah, the desserts was the thing that was the hardest to keep up with.
Was it really? Okay.
So when we came out of July, it dropped, just back off. Everybody had their fill. They came, and we were like, that really did work. Why don't we do that, reconfigure it, and keep that format and offer it for lunch? So that's what we're doing.
Cool.
We're offering that for lunch. We see a lot of people coming in for it.
Yeah.
And what surprises me is seeing a 2:00 lunch rush where people are coming in casual, eating and drinking wine. Yeah. But they're camping.
Yeah.
They're hanging out for an hour and a half, 2 hours, which is fine. That's cool.
Is that cool?
And that's the vibe I want.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Because when's dinner turnover? When does that start?
So we're open from 11:30 to 8:00. So there's no actual turnover. We're just open straight through.
Oh, nice. So it all rolls. Okay.
Yeah. And then on the in-between, on the slow times, I do tastings for events with brides and stuff like that at 3:00. Every day we're open pretty much. Yeah. So
that's awesome.
Consultation time. So it's flows, and I mistakenly fell into the thing that works, and being only open 4 days a week is like magical.
Yeah. Gives you that time to reset, refocus, and rejuvenate.
So if there's anybody out there who hasn't dined at Purple Olive yet,
right, where you been?
Where you been? And what would you say to encourage them to come in?
Oh, well, here's one thing. Why don't you come see us at Music by the Sea tonight? We're serving the food.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
That's one reason to go there.
Yeah. So I would say the one thing is that this is the neighborhood place that I wanted in my neck of the woods, because sometimes people ask, why are you where you are? It's because I didn't have anything on the beach in my area when I opened up shop. So with that being said, for people to come in, just know that you can come to the table with a vegan, with a meat eater, and some kids. So we can serve all those people and everything in between, dietary restrictions, gluten-free, dairy-free, whatever you got, you can all come to one table.
I love it.
So that's my main thing.
That's huge and super important, and honestly not something you can find everywhere.
Right.
Very cool. Pete, thank you for coming by, man. It was
Oh,
good to see you.
yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Much luck
chat.
on continued success, brother.
Thank you.
So good.
Yeah,
Solid
man.
chat, man.
Really
That was
awesome.
I
20
love
years in
it.
the restaurant business
Yeah.
is a very, very long time.
Yeah.
And that is not an easy thing to do.
How many
man.
times he's reinvented himself.
Right.
I just love that. That's
When
so
you have a
great.
good product and when you have good people, I mean, it makes all the difference.
Yes, it does.
It really does. And hey, speaking of good product and good people, how about this? Our friends at Old Town Trolley. Hey, if you are a St. Johns County resident, you have the option to get a limited 2-day general admission and general admission plus ticket to Sing Out Loud.
Oh,
Did you know this? Through our
wow.
friends at Old Town Trolley. Even though Sing Out Loud 2-day general admission tickets are sold out, they have reserved a limited number just for you. They're available exclusively through this offer right here, right now. Not only do you get access to the Live Wildly Showcase on September 21st and 22nd in historic downtown St. Augustine, featuring performances by Eric Church, Noah Kahn, but you also have you also save as they're able to offer you these tickets below face value.
That's amazing for
That's
locals.
wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. 7 attractions included at no extra charge. That would be the Old Town Trolley, the Old Jail, Oldest Store Museum Experience, Potter's Wax Museum, the St. Augustine History Museum, the Fountain of Youth, and the Pirate and Treasure Museum. All for the same reduced price on this Sing Out Loud ticket. That's a reason to get some Sing Out Loud tickets for
That's
sure.
a great feature for family fun. Yeah.
But that's not all.
Oh, boy, Pete.
Make the most of your weekend in the ancient city with access to 7 top St. Augustine attractions for free. I did talk about that.
Yeah, very exciting.
Visit many or as few as you would like from September 20th through September 23rd.
Oh, that's nice. So you don't have to cram it in all in one day. You can space it out.
Yes.
Like that too.
Yes. Don't miss out on this unique opportunity to combine music, culture, and discovery with our city experience bundle out there at Old Town Trolleys. Get ready for an unforgettable weekend in St. Augustine.
I'll put link in comments for everybody to check that out. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Looking for top-notch service for a company that you can trust?
Yes.
Well, for 45 years, All American Air has been the go-to home service experts in St. Augustine and beyond. Whether you need warranty or non-warranty work on any maker model, preventative maintenance, or a brand new cutting-edge system, they've got you covered. From the latest Lennox systems to the ultra-smart iComfort thermostat, All American Air has all the latest and greatest in innovations for you. Give them a call, 904-461-0070.
And of course, our friends at Bin 39, speaking of the heart of downtown St. Augustine, they have got you covered in the wine game. You are going to find your new favorite wine out there at Bin 39. I guarantee it. And it's a beautiful place to hang out, sip on some wine, enjoy some live music, and get away from some of the crowds downtown. It's a great, relaxing atmosphere. You're going to have a great time, whether you're sitting down with some friends and having a few drinks, or you're stopping in to pick up wine for your new special occasion, for a special occasion you've got coming up. They can help you find the perfect wine for any occasion, period. Bin 39. You got to check them out there at 4 St. George Street. Give them a call at 904-827-5740. All right, it is horoscope time.
Oh, boy.
We have got Scorpio and Sagittarius on deck today. Scorpio, here we go. Your intense and brooding persona may seem mysterious to some, but let's face it, it's mostly just annoying. This week, your emotion-fueled tirades will alienate even your closest allies.
Oh, get away from me then.
You'll uncover a so-called truth that leads you down a rabbit hole of suspicion and paranoia.
I'm trying to get things done.
Trust no one, but mostly don't trust yourself.
Okay.
Sagittarius, your love for adventure and freedom will clash with the harsh reality that you're trapped in your mundane existence. You'll daydream about escaping responsibilities, but those dreams will be crushed by bills, commitments, and an overall lack of direction. I hope you enjoy the view from your self-imposed cage. Spoiler, you won't.
All right. That was brutal.
Yeah.
All right, Events Express today. Here we go. We got Beach Cleanup Party. This is happening on October 5th. Save the date for Our Mother's Stewards. Join the for an evening of community camaraderie and environmental stewardship at our Beach Cleanup Party. Check that out. I'll tag the link in comments. Our Mother's Stewards.
Okay, nice.
Hey, also save the date. St. Benedict's Blues Festival, October 18th through the 20th. The big announcement is happening right now, right here at 3:30 p.m. So save that date. St. Benedict's Blues Festival 2024. Again, is happening October 18th through the 20th. There'll be a lot of really, really cool artists that'll be there. There'll be food, drinks, and fun games, all the best. And I will put link in comments to check out the St. Benedict the Moore Blues Festival.
Okay, nice.
Hey, friends at Task Force Hydro One. They've got an event coming up September 14th from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Huguenot Memorial Park. You got what it takes to be number one. Yes, you can with Task Force Hydro One. What's on deck? They've got outrigger canoeing. They've got stand-up paddleboarding. They've got surfing and strength events, all for the love of a great vets in our town. So check that out, paddleboardguru.com. I'll put link in comments, and you can sign up today and be with the number one team in St. Augustine.
Awesome. Very cool. Thank you, sir. Good stuff coming up.
Yeah.
Speaking of good stuff, Magnolia Family Dentistry is redefining what it means to visit the dentist in St. Augustine and St. Johns County. Magnolia Family Dentistry isn't just about clean teeth. They are about a clean and extraordinary experience from start to finish. From the moment you step through their doors, you're going to be welcomed into a state-of-the-art practice that prioritizes your comfort and well-being. Magnolia Family Dentistry, redefining dental excellence one smile at a time. Make an appointment out there at 904-824-0990. And our friends at Shea L'Amour, where you can step beyond the velvet rope and into the heart of plush romance. It is St. Augustine's premier jazz venue, tapas lounge, and special event space. You can treat yourself to an unforgettable evening where Chef Ellie Rose's artisanal tapas dazzle your taste buds, and Chef Austin crafts fresh, vibrant, and exclusive sushi experiences to elevate your palate. Sip on fabulous drinks while live jazz fills the air, creating the perfect date night ambiance. They're right there in the heart of uptown, 45 San Marco, with complimentary parking for guests. It's a 21-plus establishment, and they're open 7 days a week from 4 to 11. And they've got nightly music as well at 7.
So fun.
Yeah, man.
You know what else is fun? It's Panache. They've been living the fabulous life since 1987. They invite you to join their pamper party. Their mission is simple. They sprinkle joy from head to heart, one guest at a time, from a chic haircut to a soul-soothing massage. The team is all about pampering you to the max. Well, what sets them apart is their squad of talented experts on the mission to make your wildest dreams come true. Panache Innovative Salon is an oasis for you where innovation and artistry are their middle names. Check them out today. Get posh and go to getpanache.com and get with it, boo.
All right, that's all we got for you today. You guys have a great rest of your day, and we will see ya tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.